Many years ago, my daughter and Kelly both taught at Northeast State Community College, and they became friends. So over the years, she has become a dear and treasured friend of our whole family. She is a knowledgeable and respected teacher. She has enriched the lives of thousands of students of all ages through music. She is a professor and chairman of the music department, conductor of the orchestra at Milligan University. She is also the assistant conductor and associate concertmaster of the Johnson City Symphony Orchestra. Her passion for and expertise in musical theater has made her in demand throughout the region as violinist, conductor, and musical director. Dr. Brown has published in many professional journals articles concerning violin performance, practice, and pedagogy. Her book publications in this area include an annotated bibliography of music fiction. She is an internationally recognized authority on music during the Holocaust and has spoken widely at academic conferences across the country. Her book, The Sound of Hope, Music as Solace, Resistance and Salvation During the Holocaust and World War II, has received both national and international acclaim, winning one of the coveted Choice Outstanding Academic Title Awards. And in their interview, the Washington Post said, "She has succeeded in bringing together in one volume so much important research, and my personal experience has been how well written, compassionate, yet focused telling of some of the lives of the deeply unfortunate, talented victims of this time. Definitely not just an academic text." Dr. Brown's life remains faith and ministry centered. She has served in music ministry for 30 years, as well as being a certified lay minister in the United Methodist Church. And she serves in that capacity at the First Broad Street United Methodist Church in Kingsport. Many years ago, I worked at Andrew Johnson Elementary in Kingsport, and Kelly brought her students to the elementary school to introduce the young children to string instruments. And so she began her violin study when she was a very small child. So this just is the beginning of her ability to reach out and touch, no matter how old someone is, their lives with music. She's not someone who departmentalizes her life. You see her love for people and her love of music through all that she does.
Thank you, Wanda, for that. Good evening, everyone. My formal musical journey started just a few miles down the road from here in a small house on a side street in Bristol. My 6-year-old self would walk inside my piano teacher's house, clutching this little red book called Teaching Little Fingers to Play. My piano teacher, Mrs. Bryant, seemed impossibly old, but yet was so kind in how she shaped my hands at the keyboard, and she was so generous with her supply of stickers, and she only charged $2 a lesson, so it was affordable for us. That was my first formal experience. And the performer and teacher that I am today is because of many things. One is God's hand in my life, and the formative power of church music, especially hymns. I also credit the rich musical heritage of my family, and then, of course, so many teachers on whose shoulders that I stand. I sort of think about my teachers and musical experience as having its own separate tree, like a family tree. And there are branches that are my piano and my violin teachers and music theory professors and conductors. There's even this tiny little branch over here for when I took banjo lessons in elementary school. That always shocks my students that I played the banjo at one particular time. What I learned from my teachers was, of course, more than just notes and rhythms. I learned about hard work and discipline. And I also learned a lot about the dissonance of life, that there is the beauty alongside the ugly and the sacred alongside the profane. And as a teacher, I try to think often about how impactful our words can be on our own students, and how when you study music, it's a very intimate and vulnerable experience, and your heart can be broken and laid bare by careless comments. But it also can be infinitely encouraged. I think about the life advice that my teachers gave me. My chamber music coach, Sally Ross, said, "Say yes to every gig you're offered. You'll have amazing stories." And she was right. My student teaching mentor, Celia Batchelder, said, "You're going to have to grow a tougher skin if you're going to teach music in public school." And she was also right. And then I remember the day in high school that I walked into my piano lesson. I was a senior in high school, and my teacher, Ann Sorrell, and I had been talking about what I might want to major in. I wasn't sure. And that day I came in and I said to her, "I've decided to major in music." And I'll never forget what she said to me. She turned to me and said, "I love it when beautiful people go into music." And those words have made all the difference. So tonight I want to thank AAME for this honor. I want to thank Beth Gino for nominating me. I want to thank Wanda Kearns for her nomination, as well as her kind words in the video, and for the incredible ways that she supports me day in and day out. I want to thank my teachers, some of whom are part of that great cloud of witnesses now, for all the ways that they have inspired me and guided me and challenged me and uplifted me. I'm also grateful to my grandmother for the many hours that I sat on the piano bench as she played hymns so fluently from the shape note hymnal, which still baffles me to this day. And I'm grateful to my grandfather, whose fiddle music and singing was the soundscape of my childhood. And finally, I want to thank my husband, Art, and my son, Jordan, who are here tonight, for all of their love and support. Thank you.